Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 5 of It Could Be Worse. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe because it doesn't cost you a dime and helps us make pennies. And let's just jump into it because I promise you, no matter how bad your day was, it's not going to top these.
No. Usually these stories are not as bad as my worst day.
I know, right? Like some of you are miserable lives. Thank you for sharing that. Miserable. Like, oh my gosh. Sheesh. Okay, today's question that I found was, what is the worst lie you have ever told? Right? Mm-hmm. And this one's good. This one's very good. So the first one is, I told this girl I'd been in a car accident and I couldn't remember who she was.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, he faked an amnesia thing.
Yeah. How? Okay, so now what's the story behind, like, what? Okay, I can tell you've moved on to the next one.
Yeah. Oh, this one's so much better.
Which one's that
Oh my God. I told her I was 6'3", but I had severe knee issues and had to get them removed. So I'm 5'7". I did not know you could be 6'3" in spirit. In spirit. Yo, I'm 6'9" in spirit. Immediately call me Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, you know, I'm 6'2", which I mean it's an odd number to end off on, so you could reasonably say I'm 6'3".
Okay, this.
You know what? 6'3". It's only a quarter of the way to.
Yeah, we
round up. It's 6'4". You know.
Oh no, but this guy.
4 is an unlucky number in Japan, so let's round it up.
Unlucky number in Japan. We're not even in Japan.
Yeah, but like.
You're reaching for foreign nations now?
Yeah.
You're reaching for foreign nations when it comes to height.
I mean, honestly.
Is that what you're doing?
They're right.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, the number 4 in Japanese rhymes with death, and I don't want to be associated with that.
So now you're 6'5".
So I'm 6'5".
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, but here's the thing. The guy isn't even doing the rounding thing, because guys do the rounding thing all the time. If you're 5'11", you're 6 foot, you know it. You know it, right? No, this guy's saying, I was 6'3". The audacity of this lie. I was 6'3", but had knee issues and I had to get them removed. Are you just walking straight-legged? Like, that's such an easy lie to tell. All she has to do is drop some change. That's it. Or, like, fall. Mm-hmm. I don't know how far he thought he was going to get with that, but whatever. This one, a classic. This is good old reliable, right?
Good old reliable?
I'm not like other guys.
Oh, God. No. No. You say I'm not like other guys, I guarantee you she's getting, like, creeped out vibes.
Oh, in the 7th grade.
Oh, no. Nothing ever good starts with in the 7th grade.
Oh, God, that one, I have a bit of a cold going on. That one had. In the 7th grade, this girl said her rich, hot boyfriend died in a car crash before we could meet him.
Oh, God, no.
That's such a 7th grade lie.
That's a 7th grade lie.
No, that's the same as, like, my dad is the president of Nintendo. That's just par for the course.
No, my dad is Nintendo.
Yeah, you know what? Mine was Sony because I had taste back in the day. But yeah, my dad designed the PS2. That was the one I went with back in the day. Oh. Yeah, really.
My dad is the PS2.
I got free, as far as my friend's concerned, I got free PS2 games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. My dad was the PS2.
Oh, my God. This one's manipulative.
Oh, yeah?
It's manipulative.
And I had to get my knees removed, was not?
No, that one was just ridiculous. This is manipulative. Like, I told my daughter, whenever the ice cream van is playing music, it means they're out of ice cream.
Oh, God.
That's a kind of lie.
Dude, just buy your kid ice cream.
No, that's a kind of lie. I know exactly how this lie was told. You're driving home one day, you're tired. Ice cream. Like on the glass, ice cream, and you're like,
Mommy, Daddy, can we go get ice cream?
No,
please?
we can't. I'm sorry, we can't.
It's not in the budget.
No. That actually means they're out of ice cream, Timmy. That means whenever you hear that song, it means that they don't have ice cream.
Out of ice cream.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to get them next time. It's okay. We have some ice cream at home though. And you know the ice cream at home is like the soggy, great value, the vanilla.
No. It's not the soggy. You know what's worse than the soggy ice cream? Frostbitten ice cream, where it gets crunchy.
I don't mind the crunch.
Ew.
It's texture.
Ew.
It's texture.
Ew.
I'm here for it. Some fresh crunch on top. Yeah.
Disgusting.
No, I'm here for it.
Are you telling me you like to chew your ice cream?
Do you not?
No.
What do you do with ice cream?
You just kind of like let it sit and melt in your mouth. It's like a good chocolate. You just let it sit in your mouth and melt.
The Creator gave me teeth, and I will use them.
Yeah, well, not for that.
Oh my God. Oh jeez. This one aggravates me. This one aggravates me.
You're easily aggravated, so.
No. First of all, I'm not. I'm the pinnacle of calm. We'll get into that later. My husband jokes that my guy best friend is my secret boyfriend. He's oblivious that it's not a joke.
One more time?
My husband jokes that my guy best friend is my secret boyfriend. He's oblivious that it's not a joke.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's just on the same level of the how dare you insult the armed forces. My girlfriend's husband is in the Navy fighting for our freedom.
I'm just gonna move on. I don't need whatever smoke you've just invoked. I have nothing to say about
Hey, I'm
that.
not saying that joke was a joke I was making. I'm just saying that's on the same level.
Okay, here's one. I've done something like this.
Something like this?
I pretended to be deaf to avoid the people in the street asking for donations.
Oh God, I know exactly which one you've done.
No, it's the AirPods in. I've done the AirPods in.
Oh, you've done the AirPods
where it's
in?
just you just
Oh,
keep walking.
I was
Somebody
thinking
tries
of-
to get your attention and you just stonewall them. You just keep moving.
No,
you are on a mission.
I was thinking of something else.
Let's not. I don't know what you're thinking of, but let's not. Whatever it is, right? Oh, some of you are bad kids.
Yeah.
I told my stepdad that the baby my mom was having was not his. That's breaking up a marriage.
That is breaking up a marriage.
That's breaking up a marriage because as a stepdad, I would believe you. I'm like, why would you lie about this?
Yeah,
Why would you lie about this?
That kid hates their stepdad.
I didn't lie to you about ice cream. Like I bought it for you, so you're telling me the truth.
I didn't lie to you and tell you that the ice cream truck with the music meant they were out of ice cream.
No. I was honest with you. We played catch. Like, oh, it's dastardly. I told my baby niece that I had been on vacation when I had just left the psych ward.
Oh. Ooh.
I wouldn't even say that one's that bad. That's a necessary one.
That is unnecessary.
It's necessary.
Yeah, I wouldn't expose children to the psych ward.
I know you can't even explain that.
Yeah, no.
I had a breakdown because of K. No, there's no way you can explain that. It was a vacation. Mm-hmm. My dad died in a car accident, and I haven't been able to drive since. All because of a girl made fun of me for not driving. I know where his head was. No, I know where his head was. Because this is literally, I can see it's after a date. He didn't want to drive, right? And she's like, oh, big man, do you not drive? Do you not want to drive? What's wrong? Why are you scared of driving? And it's just getting on his ego, getting on his head. You know what? I stopped driving because my dad died in a car accident. I haven't touched a wheel since.
The silent cab ride on the way home.
Can you imagine how quiet she was after
The
that?
silent cab ride.
Just, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't. I'm so sorry.
No.
Like that's when you dragged his ego into it, and he had to defend himself.
No. You dragged his dead dad into it. That's not his ego.
No. That's the worst lie. No. His dad's probably at home right now.
Oh.
Yeah. No. The worst lie he told is he told somebody that I don't drive anymore.
Oh God.
This is the worst lie you've ever told. His dad's at home. Hell, his dad's probably grabbing groceries right now in the car.
His dad's going to get like some eggs for the tomorrow's breakfast.
His dad's probably fine. Just felt like a chill go down his spine. I wonder what that was about.
My parental intuition just kicked in.
I know, right? Oh, this one's brutal. How did? I can't fathom how this one happened.
What one?
I crapped myself at school and blamed it on the quiet kid next to me. He was bullied the entire year afterwards.
How does that work logistically?
No, how'd you lie about that?
How did you lie about that? Like what? Oh, he crapped in this seat beforehand and then I sat down in it.
I think
he took my pants off. He took my pants off, put them on himself. I'm still awake during this. I don't know how he accomplished this. He took my pants off, put them on himself, crapped in them, and then put them back on me.
Yeah, this falls apart the moment you realize he's like wearing khakis or something. And then it's like he's just shuffling against the wall. Yeah, it was him. As he's like moving across the wall. He's trying desperately.
Yeah, it was him.
I actually don't believe that one. I actually don't believe that one. There's no way you could get
This,
away with that.
right now, sending this to us was the worst lie that
Yeah.
he ever told.
And the last one, my mom found hickeys on my neck. I told her it was a reaction to ibuprofen. I had to get several blood tests.
Oh.
As a parent, yeah, I'd go through that. Because like, I know you're lying, but let's go to the ER. Let's see how far you're willing to go. Mm-hmm. Let's test this. Let's limit test here. How much are you willing to commit to the bit? How much? Yeah, really, that's what it boils down to.
Do you like needles, kiddo?
Oh my
Because
God.
you're about to get a couple of them.
Okay, all right. And then from there, let's move on, right, to another user-submitted one, but this one's a brilliant idea, right? Mm-hmm. It's unpopular opinions.
Unpopular opinions.
Hot takes.
A classic. I love me a good hot take.
And I went looking, and I found... So I thought I had hot takes. I thought I had hot takes. These are scalding.
No, in the infinite calculus of an endless internet verse, your hot takes are cold.
Oh no, there's some warm ones here, right? Let's start with a light one. Making kids invite the entire class to their birthday is stupid.
Yeah,
I agree with that one though.
I agree with that.
No,
one.
that's facts.
That's facts.
I always hated having a birthday party and it's like I'm having fun. Who are you? And why are you in my yard?
Luckily, I never got that. I just got like, "Oh, invite your best friends over." And
No, I had
that was
that.
good.
I had that, and I'm like, I don't know you.
Oh, you had the
I
entire
don't
class.
know you. Who are you?
Yeah.
And the worst thing is I didn't get input. It just happened.
It just happened.
Like my birthdays would just kind of happen, right? And so these people would show up, and I'm like, oh, my best friend. You.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Do I have a math class with you?
Who are you people? Right?
Did I read To Kill a Mockingbird with you? I don't know.
Here's another one. Vinyl is a terrible music format by almost every metric, and people only like it because it's old.
See, that is...
I put this in here because I knew it would get your goat.
The issue is he's right, though. But, like, I'm an artsy idiot. So, like, I'm one of those who's just like, the imperfections create the perfection.
You are the same kind of person. I know the exact... Every hobby has this person where they're like, the bad makes it the good. Yes, I bought a Pontiac Fiero because the risk of it catching fire is thrill every day.
Well, when you listen to vinyl, you don't have to worry about the Apple, like, loudness wars. Like, buy a couple tracks on, like, Apple Music and you'll figure out that, like, they artificially inflate the decibel level on them. Which say goodbye to your ears. I'll stick with my vinyls.
Spotify. That's the entire counter argument. Spotify. I agree with this.
I also have Spotify. I can't take vinyls with me on the go as much as I would love to.
Okay, this is a hot take, and they're clearly mad. Fake acrylic nails are a big ick. I don't care if they're toned down or a cute color. They look musty and are probably a health concern. How are you spending 70p a month, 70 pounds a month on nails and then asking me to help you with your groceries?
I just think they're kind of... I don't like the look of them.
That's targeted, but I get where it's coming from.
I get where it's coming from.
Because
it's very targeted.
It's expensive. No, those I've talked to girls, dude. Doing your nails every month, it adds up.
Yeah,
it adds up.
I worked with women who would come in with not the long ones because it was food service.
The long ones. I will say there is one thing about those like really long nails, and if you ever hear an argument and the click clacking is happening, click clacking. Oh my goodness! The moment I hear that, I'm like, oh, it's going down.
It's going down.
I literally sit and watch.
Someone's getting destroyed today.
It's good. Oh my God! Call me toxic, but whenever I hear that, like that little happening, no, it's done. It's done. Right. And here's the last one. Working out isn't an excuse to skip or be late to class. I think it is. I think it is. I think lifting is a very valid use of your time. I really do. Or running, or baseball, or whatever you happen to be doing. I think it's worth it.
Yes, but if you're late to your obligations because of it, then that is a sign of poor time management.
What obligation is more important than staying alive? Because that's like really, if you boil down the gym, that's what it's doing for you. You are staying alive for longer, right? So you can be late to more things.
Yeah, but if your brain breaks before your body does, then are you really alive?
Except going to the gym has been tied with better mental health outcomes. And I studied psych in college. Don't at me.
Going to college
has been tied to crippling debt and depression.
So, okay, here's the thing. At least find some way to like expand your brain.
No. I'm not saying cut class and go to the gym. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like if you have to, like if it's PR day, it's that day where everyone is at the squat rack and you're like, I need to do this. This needs to happen. I think losing 5 minutes and like having a friend text you what happened, perfectly acceptable. I would not be mad at my son personally if he was late for anything because he was working out. Because I think sustaining the base function of comfortable life is worth it. Because you're stuck in this skin. I can't leave. I'm trapped here. Right? So I'd rather like enjoy it than be in a I have no mouth but I'm a scream situation. Or like that new Brendan Fraser movie, The Whale? It's really sad.
I haven't seen it, no.
Dude, have you the trailer? First of all, he's acting his heart out.
Brendan Fraser's always been decent.
No. Like I believe him. I believe like weeping on like it's bad. So that new movie, The Whale, I recommend it. There's a lot happening there. You should watch the trailer when you get the chance. It's really good. And I began to watch it again. I think it's an A24 movie, and they've been on a roll.
They've been on a roll since they started.
Yeah, well, the roll continues,
Like, I was an early adopter of Swiss Army Man.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. I discovered this before it was cool. Look at me. I was listening to Anderson .Paak before anybody knew him. I knew Glass Animals before Heat Waves. I was listening to Tame Impala and Half Alive before they had their hits.
No. Tame Impala is older than I.
Grow a mustache, you're a hipster.
No. I was listening to EDM when Tame Impala was dropping bangers, so I was late to the party on that one. And Tame Impala doesn't count because Tame Impala, this is my hot take, Tame Impala is the indie artist that people say I'm weird for listening to, and they don't realize that everybody listens to Tame Impala.
Except here's the thing, I have a better indie artist I listen to.
Who?
A real small guy, come up fairly recently.
Don't you dare say Drake.
You know me so well.
Don't you dare say Drake.
He's a local Toronto artist. It's taken him a while to come up. He's really been grinding. Some would say he started from the bottom, but Drizzy, dude.
Drake the type of guy to go to sleep and go.
No. But my favorite one of those memes is Drake the type of guy to like sigh loudly when with his friends and go,
I really needed this.
I needed this. And I'm like, yeah, Drake is the type of guy to do that. So that's the unpopular opinions. I'm gonna find more because I love that. That's scalding, right? And then let's move on to the news. Not many stories that I wanted to cover, but there were two that I thought were very interesting. Firstly, was Steven Crowder having what looks to be like a meltdown completely.
Steven Crowder having a meltdown? So Steven Crowder.
The Daily Wire apparently, him and the Daily Wire were in contract talks for a while. They want to hire him because obviously he's a big voice in that space. They're trying to build a platform. They want the big voices, right? And so they're talking about contracts, and he leaked it purposefully, right? After calling it slavery and saying this is the worst contract ever, right? Contract was $50 million for 4 years. First of all, I didn't know the Daily Wire had that kind of money. Wow.
Oh no, they're big. They're huge.
Second of all, $50 million for 4 years?
That's a lot.
For 4 years?
For 4 years?
I don't know what kind of slavery that is.
That's not slavery.
But like, wow.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Right, and so I mean, it's been very interesting. I mean, Candace Owens ripped into him, right? Like
that's $12.5 million a year.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, I know, right? And he's just having a whole tantrum about it. He's currently using it to make it seem like the Daily Wire is not real conservatives, and they're coming after him and join his mug club. So he's using it to like raise money, I guess. The Daily Wire is saying he's a grifter. It's a whole mess right now.
It's a massive Ouroboros situation.
Right, and then there's also
see, it's hilarious. How is he? Maybe I've heard those mugs, you can't get them unless you're like part of the subscription.
The mug club.
The mug club, which is a $99 a year kind of dealio.
Really?
Yeah, it's expensive.
For mugs?
For mugs.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's like
I'm
it's $100
I'm
mug.
selling saucers at this point.
Uh-huh.
What? For mugs? 100 a month for no, a year.
Yeah.
Right, you know what? Game recognized game. That's impressive.
Oh wait, hold on. This is for something else. This,
Yeah, but game recognized game. It's impressive. Either way, so that's what's happening in that space right now, right? Andrew Tate's being kept for another 30 days, I suppose. They extended his duration. More tapes keep leaking of the
What do you
man.
mean by his duration?
They
In the
exte-
hospital?
They extended his stay in jail.
Oh, in
I
jail?
don't know how else we can put this. Yeah. Yeah, they extended his stay in jail after more tapes were found where he allegedly broke a woman's jaw. Like, I don't know how you can commit this many crimes and then record them. It's a bit impressive, frankly.
It's a bit
Like,
daft.
it's a lot of recordings, and I'm like, how do they catch you in 4K?
No, that's just stupid.
Honestly, hot take. The way I think this is gonna shake down is he's gonna go down, but I don't think his brother will, and I think that's how it's gonna continue. I think because there's a lot of evidence piling up against him, not much against Tristan. Not very much against Tristan, and of the two, he's still just as charismatic. He's still capable of going through it, and a lot of people honestly think Tristan's the better looking one. So, like, I mean, and if you look at the two of them, it's kind of impressive that Tristan wasn't the face of that operation.
Well, I mean, Andrew is kind of gross looking.
I'm not getting into that. Looks are subjective.
He looks like a troll.
I mean, yeah, but he's buff and he's wearing a like cut him. Some, well, no. Either way, I'm not gonna get into that. Looks are purely subjective, but I think that's what it's gonna shake down to because it really looks like they got him. Like I don't know what else to say. It looks like they have him in 4K committing every crime. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with footage. Yep. Really, I wouldn't. Right?
Yeah.
So I
mean,
the way
if
it's
he's recorded so much audio, he probably has video.
The way it's
going
to work is
too.
Tate is going to go, or at least Senior Tate's going to go, and Mini Tate's going to keep. Mini, funnily enough, he's huge. He's the bigger brother, actually, weirdly enough. No, like, have you seen the two of them next to each other?
No, not.
Tristan's massive. Tristan is he's like 6'4" and weighs a quarter of a metric ton. He is a wall of a man, right? So it's like the littler brother will keep going, right? And yeah, no, he dwarfs Tate.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Honest to God, I look at them sometimes and I don't know how Tristan isn't the face of the operation. Like it really baffles me, right? But either way, I think that's how it's gonna shake down. I think he's gonna go down, and Tristan's gonna become the new face. Also, because he doesn't have as much flack around him. It's the same name. He can keep the brand going, and there's not as much hoopla about it.
But they were part of the same operation, were they not?
Yes, but Tate wasn't caught nearly doing as much. Nearly. The
You
case
said
against
Tate. There's two. Tristan.
Tristan. Yeah, wasn't caught nearly doing as much as his brother, is what it looks like. And he wasn't flexing about it. He was doing just the standard powerful course in that space, right? So I think even if he does get out, I think Tristan's going to be the new face because Tate's burned. I think.
They were both engaged in human trafficking, so
Again, these things are alleged. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not in court. I don't have access to the documents, right? All I see is what the media leaks, and wow, the media has a lot. But I don't know what the cops have. They could have literally nothing. They could have a ton. What I don't like is the people going, because there's people who genuinely go, I don't know what's going on, right? However he's found, whichever, I'm fine with, right? If they find him guilty, then that is a dastardly thing to do. If he's not guilty, c'est la vie. We move on, right? There's just one take I saw I really don't like where it was like, even if he's found guilty, that proves nothing. And I'm like, whoa. We have to, the buck has to stop somewhere.
yeah.
Right? So I saw this take where it was like, it was by one of his friends, Tom Khan. Another, just an absolute wall of a man. He's huge ex-MMA fighter. I mean, like, jeez, right? And he was saying, even if they find Tate guilty, don't you see that proves nothing? It just proves the Matrix is attacking him. And I'm like,
What Matrix?
no, not what Matrix, but like, as with all things, it has to end somewhere. I feel like a guilty human trafficking charge is a good place for it to stop.
That's a good place for it to stop.
We've blown by a lot of places. Most people would have stopped that by now. The human trafficking one, I feel like should
That's pretty bad.
a solid stop point.
Yeah.
You know, just get off the train, move on, right? But I think that's the way it's gonna shake down. I could be wrong. That guy is persistent, right? So I don't know, but if I had to guess, my bet is we're gonna see Tristan. Like we're not done hearing from them. Is effectively what I'm saying.
No.
Right. And that's kind of the news for today. Right. We're gonna move on to the self-help section. The self-help question. I say it's the question of the day. Right. And this one cracked me up. It was from way back when we were talking.
Stop for a second.
What? Okay.
Go on.
We're gonna move on to the question of the day. Right. And this one cracked me up because it came from way back when we were talking about making new friends and putting yourself out there, the importance of putting yourself out there, because it's crucial. There's nothing else like it. You need to. That's a fact, right? And somebody just simply sent in the question, put myself out where, in all caps? Put myself out where?
Side?
He said. And I'm like, you know what? Fair. We weren't specific enough. It's truly a fair question, because if you don't like cars, you don't like photography, you hate the outdoors, like it's real. It's real, right? Like you genuinely may not know where to put yourself, right? So I think the first example I can give you, this is gonna be hokey as hell, but it's facts. Just talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Like for example, today I'm kind of a car guy, not really, right? But this is a wonderful example from today. I saw a guy with one of the new M2s, right? You either love the design or you hate it. I think BMW's head is straight on when they designed the M2. I don't know what happened to the M4, and then there was a huge, massive grills. The other M's, I don't know what happened there, but
they look like cyberpunk cars.
The M2 is gorgeous. Same with their Maybach competitor, but this isn't a car segment. We'll get into that later. Anyway, this guy had an M2. I love the car.
As much as you want it to
and we just walked past him, and I just said, hey, man, I love the car. It's really cool. How do you like it? Instantly struck up a conversation. I was there for a couple of minutes. We talked. He told me about Lamborghini in the area. And he was just a cool guy. And stuff like that really does. See, those are abysmal. Those are ugly.
They look like cyberpunk cars.
Horrible.
I didn't say it was good. I just said they look like cyberpunk cars.
Except for the 3.0 CSL. Now that's gorgeous. Anyway, right? Just talking to strangers about the surroundings. It's a good way to put yourself out there and really kind of meet new people, right? If you don't want to do that, because it's not for everybody, especially if you're like really socially anxious, right? And for some reason you can't talk to people. Another good outlet is pets, right? Getting a dog or a cat and stuff that forces you to go outside is very, very helpful, right? And also, again, I will always rep dogs because it's one of the few. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you a dog. That's a fact from a psychology professor I had. It's true. It's one of the few things on this earth you can buy that will genuinely make you happy, unless you're allergic, in which case, it's unfortunate.
Buy a Shih Tzu.
But that any companion animal really does help you be happy, and most will help you get out too. So that's a good one.
Well, yeah, you kind of have to walk the dog,
and even
if
it's
you
not
don't go
a dog,
walk the dog, it's like almost animal abuse.
And even if it's not a dog, let's say it's like a fish or something, it may not get you out per se, but it arms you for conversations, right? Like you can meet all kinds of fish people out there. People are into everything and anything, and they get in depth about it.
I know fish people. I know lizard people. I think I know more lizard people than I know fish people.
Lizard people. Don't get me started on lizard
Like,
people.
you could find a community for literally anything. And, I mean, you said if you don't like photography or you don't like cars, honestly, and this is not me trying to sell people on becoming photographers, because you're just making competition for me.
It's him selling you on being a photographer.
Go out and try new things. That's just some of the easiest, like, kind of tacked on to that advice is just go out and try new things. It doesn't matter what you're trying, just as long as it's not something you've done before, or if you like have done it before, it was under adverse conditions.
And then the last big piece of advice is, I don't care whether you hate the hobby or not, go to local conventions. If you're not into cosplay, but you need a friend, go. If you have genuinely, because there are people out there who are genuinely alone. I mean, like, oh God, there's this quote. I don't remember where I read it, but I love it. I love it. Most men live lives of quiet desperation, right? If you're the type of guy where it's like it's that describes you to a T, where you walk home, it's dark, you could pass away, nobody would care, nobody would notice, right? If you're genuinely at that level, what do you have to lose from taking away a Saturday and going to a train convention, an air show? Going to like your local Corvette meeting. Sure, it's gonna be the same guys wearing Crocs and telling you, "Let me tell you about my car." It's gonna be the same guy every single time, but it's something.
It's something. It's something.
It's something.
It may not be something new, but who knows if the people there are new.
Volunteer at an old folks' home. I don't care. Go touch grass. I don't care.
Now, this is dark, but if you volunteer at an old folks' home and you make friends with them,
stop. That's too dark. I don't like those jokes because I love old people. They're like great. Middle-aged people.
Hey, I didn't say manipulating old people.
No,
into
middle-aged
giving you
people
their
do be,
things.
but old people, they're great. All kinds of weird stories you can learn. Old people are great. Great. I was talking to one the other day, and he actually, well, no, completely unrelated. Stay laser focused, right? So, I think if you're like truly at that level of abject desperation, you have nothing to lose. Just go outside. I don't care. I promise you, if you go every Saturday of the week, 52 Saturdays, to an event with people, you will have a friend or minimum somebody who will know you passed away. Like, oh, dude, the bar is low. The bar is low. I don't think women get it, honestly. Because women, even at their absolute lowest, right? Like, at their lowest, we'll still have, like, people who check in on them, you know, right? Women experience a different kind of loneliness than men. Because a girl can feel lonely because of the attention she's getting. Like, that's something guys don't understand. Like, as a girl, you could be getting DMs from 100+ guys a day and feel lonely because they don't care about you. You're a number to them.
Yeah.
You're just an accomplishment, right? And that's lonely. That's violently lonely, right? So they have their own brand of loneliness, which is a different topic to broach. Frankly, I need to learn more about it before I feel comfortable, right? But guys' loneliness, that one's straightforward. It's in your face. It's your phone is a decoration. It never vibrates for anything, ever, right? Your home, dark when you leave, dark when you get back. You could drop tomorrow, and the only way people would know is the floor's leaking now,
Oof.
right? Like, it's most men live lives of quiet desperation. That's the best way to sum it up, right? So if you're a guy, that's the best advice I could give you. If you're a girl, this advice would still work. There's better advice out there I could tailor for you. But
Honestly,
that's
I think
the best place to start.
The basis of loneliness still comes down to the same thing.
But it's a different type of thing.
The symptoms are different, but the disease is the same thing. Because I think that the basis of loneliness is like, I have a deep-seated need to have some sort of like intimate connection with someone, and I don't mean that like intimate. I mean like you know someone, and when you're not getting that, like, I mean, yeah, to go off what you said, for women, it's probably like, I don't know, I'm not a woman, but I'm from what I've seen in like the dating world nowadays. If you're a woman and you're lonely, it's like you have all of these guys shooting you DMs, but like they only really want you for like, you know, the quick one night stand. Or if you're a guy and you're lonely, it's, you know, you want the deep connection with someone, but like nobody will give you the time of day because either the expectation is that you are just seeking someone for like a one night stand accomplishment, or you just don't have anybody to talk to about yourself.
Honest to God, I wouldn't even say that, because if you're like a butt ugly guy with nothing going on, you might as well be invisible. I will be honest. If you just are not a looker and you have nothing going for you, like, I mean, you're just an unappealing man leaving a Geo Metro.
I mean, that still comes back to exactly what I said.
You may as well not exist.
That's what comes back to exactly what I said. It's like he's lonely because nobody wants to give him the time of day to like really connect with him because they judge him at face value.
Yeah. Hold on. And then I think the most important thing to hammer in, because I know it's gonna be hard. I'm not saying any of this is easy. It's going to be incredibly hard. For some people, it comes naturally. Ignore those people. It's not fair, right? It's literally not fair. Like I say all the time, because this one gets me upset. Some people just wake up with abs, right? So like some people just naturally leave the house like that, and it's perfectly fine and happy for them, right? But if there's any reason you should shift into gear and you should do this, is frankly, it only gets harder, right? According to everybody I know, right, and every long-term study of this, loneliness only rises as you age, right? It genuinely gets harder for you to make friends. It's why those 50-year-old Corvette dudes are so enthused about their Corvettes. It's not about the car. It's about they get to meet Bill. They get to see Bill. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, how's it going? Right? It's like it's their form of community. People love to put down Corvette guys because it's all the same guy wearing the same clothes, and you'll have the same conversation about my car, right? And they have lawn chair, the whole nine, right? But they're genuinely so nice to each other. So nice to each other. You'll see a person with a stock C8 talking to a person with a stock C1 the same way. Same way. So it's genuinely why they're like that, right? And I feel like that's something that's not hammered in enough, or it's one of the lies where it like gets better in high school. Not for making friends, does it?
No.
I'm so sorry. It actually gets much worse after high school. It gets better in college in like your 20s, and then it gets harder in your 30s.
Well, yeah, because your only interaction post like when you're in like high school, you're forced to be with this random group of people. You have to interact with new people every day because where the hell else are you gonna go? College is a little bit different. Like you're still in a room with a bunch of like new people, but you know, you all of you are doing such different things that you're not really forced to mesh with each other. Maybe you're forced to mesh with people in the same class as you, but there's not like broad campus, like everybody needs to get to know everyone like there is in high school.
There are. It's not like a spirit week, but there's a week for that.
I mean, yeah.
When I was campus.
It's not as strong as high school.
Oh no, it can be strong.
Because in
frats.
Yeah, frats.
In high school,
frats are people who choose to be the people who want to be with other people. But not everybody is like that in college. I know many an
introvert who said, I just want to have friends, and they joined a frat.
In college, you're allowed to be a shut-in. In high school, you're not. That's the difference. Because in college, you can do all your work from your dorm and never go out. But in high school, like, you know, you're there. You gotta be there.
Thank you for tuning into this episode. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on Wednesday for episode 6 of the podcast.